So this guy accidentally destroys a $30 million toy brand and doesn't even realize it until years later. The guy's name is Don Mancini. Don is 24 years old. He's a film student at UCLA, and he's got a serious problem with toy advertising. His dad worked on Madison Avenue, creating those commercials that get stuck in your head. So Don saw firsthand how the industry manipulated kids. He watched them turn children into what advertisers literally called consumer trainees, basically programming kids to want plastic crap they didn't need. So one day in 1985, Don sees this TV commercial for a doll called My Buddy, and something snaps. The jingle is annoyingly catchy.
My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes, my buddy.
And the whole thing feels like peak consumerism disguised as wholesome childhood fun. He thinks, I'm gonna write a horror movie that turns that innocent doll into a killer for his thesis or to break into Hollywood or both. Either way, he's making a statement. Bro has no idea he's about to accidentally kill the actual toy. But here's where it gets interesting, because the company that made My Buddy, Hasbro, they actually had good intentions. The guy behind it was Steven Schwartz, Hasbro's head of marketing, and he was trying to do something progressive for 1985. See, back then, dolls were strictly for girls. Boys got action figures and toy guns, but Schwartz wanted to break that stigma. He thought boys should learn about caring and friendship too. So Hasbro created My Buddy, a 23-inch doll with overalls, a striped shirt, and a baseball cap. They marketed it with the tagline, "A little boy's special friend, rough and tough yet soft and cuddly." Schwartz called it soft macho. Hasbro even did research to make sure fathers wouldn't think it was too sissy. They were walking a tightrope, trying to teach boys empathy without triggering 1980s gender panic. And it worked. My Buddy launched in summer 1985, and by Christmas, it was the number 8 best-selling toy in America. Hasbro had 4 toys in the top 10 that year. My Buddy was selling millions of units. Meanwhile, Don Mancini is writing his horror script. He calls it Blood Buddy, and he is not subtle about it. His evil doll looks exactly like My Buddy. Denim overalls, striped shirt, red hair, freckles, the whole innocent kid aesthetic.
The look of Chucky, his physical characteristic, I wrote that in a lot of detail. 2 feet tall, red hair, blue eyes, freckles, overalls.
Don's basically taking Hasbro's wholesome marketing and turning it into nightmare fuel. The script gets shopped around Hollywood, and this guy, David Kirshner, reads it. He was producing the animated fable An American Tale for Amblin Entertainment and had created the Rose Petal Place, toys, books, and movies. Bro knows the toy industry from the inside. He loves the concept. He buys Don's script and starts making changes. He adds the idea that the doll is possessed by a serial killer's soul. Then Kirshner does something wild. He goes to the store, buys an actual My Buddy doll, and brings it to the prop designers. He tells them, make it look like this. In 1987, Kirshner sketches the first concept art for Chucky, a freckle-faced doll in overalls holding a knife. It's basically My Buddy with a murder weapon. The resemblance is so obvious that somebody in legal gets nervous. They changed the script's title from Blood Buddy to Child's Play and renamed the doll from Buddy to Chucky. But they keep everything else. The overalls, the striped shirt, the red hair, the whole aesthetic. It's all lifted directly from Hasbro's designs. So they make the movie. Child's Play wraps filming in early 1988. The studio starts running TV spots in October. Late night mostly, but some kids see them. One Florida station accidentally airs a Chucky trailer during afternoon cartoons and gets complaints from parents whose kids are now scared of their toys. Then November 9, 1988 happens. Child's Play opens in over 1,300 theaters. The movie is a hit. Opens number 1 at the box office with $6.5 million its first weekend, beating out a James Bond film. Roger Ebert calls it a cheerfully energetic horror film. The concept is simple but effective. A mom buys her 6-year-old son a talking doll for his birthday, and not knowing it's possessed by a serial killer's soul. Audiences eat it up. The movie makes $33 million against a $9 million budget. Chucky becomes a horror icon basically overnight. People are quoting his lines in that creepy voice.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
But here's what nobody at Hasbro expects. Within days of the movie's release, something starts happening in homes across America. Kids are getting scared of their My Buddy dolls. A 7-year-old boy in Detroit sees a Chucky TV spot and refuses to sleep in the same room as his My Buddy. He tells his parents, Buddy wants to hurt me. In Texas, a girl's older brother jokingly calls her kid's sister doll Chucky, and she throws it out her bedroom window screaming. She won't let it back in the house. Parents who haven't even seen the R-rated movie start hearing about it from their terrified kids. The resemblance between Chucky and My Buddy is impossible to miss. Same overalls, same striped shirt, same chubby face. One mother calls WBZ radio in Boston. I'm furious. My 7-year-old never even saw the movie, just commercials, and now he won't go near his buddy doll. How do I explain this to him? I ended up throwing it away. By December 1988, newspapers are running side-by-side photos of My Buddy and Chucky with headlines like, "Horror film villain looks suspiciously familiar." Parents start walking past My Buddy displays in toy stores and thinking, oh hell no, this is Christmas season, peak toy buying time, and nobody wants to buy the doll that looks like a movie serial killer. Hasbro's sales numbers for My Buddy absolutely tanked. We're talking about a 60 to 70% drop in the first quarter of 1989 compared to the year before. A toy that was selling millions of units suddenly can't move thousands. Retailers are marking down My Buddy dolls to clearance prices weeks after Christmas. Some are boxing up unsold inventory and shipping it back to Hasbro. Steven Schwartz is furious. He convenes emergency meetings at Hasbro headquarters. Here's a guy who fought to prove boys could play with dolls, who spent millions on marketing, who got My Buddy into the top 10, and now some horror movie is destroying everything. Hasbro's legal team explores their options, but here's the problem. Child's Play never uses the name My Buddy. You can't copyright the concept of doll that looks like a boy. Hasbro has no legal grounds to sue. By mid-1989, Hasbro was desperate. They tried to fix it by redesigning My Buddy. New facial mold with a more cartoonish smile, different colored overalls, no baseball cap. It doesn't work. Kids don't care about the redesign. The damage is done. In their minds, My Buddy equals Chucky equals scary. Hasbro tries one more thing. They donate hundreds of My Buddy dolls to children's hospitals, hoping for positive press coverage. Some local news stations run the heartwarming story, but even those segments include references to Chucky, with reporters saying things like, "Hospital gets dolls, the nice kind, not the Chucky kind." Everything Hasbro does just reminds people of the horror movie. By 1990, it's over. Hasbro quietly removes My Buddy and Kid Sister from their toy catalog. No press release, no announcement, just gone. Meanwhile, Child's Play spawns 2 immediate sequels. Child's Play 2 in 1990 and Child's Play 3 in 1991. Chucky becomes more famous every year. Horror fans start buying Chucky merchandise. Replica dolls, costumes, t-shirts. The evil version of the toy is outselling the innocent original. Don Mancini's satire about commercialism has become its own commercial success, while the actual toy dies. After My Buddy failed, no major toy company attempted a boy doll for 27 years. That is wild.